Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading, we're taking a look at what type of unexpected change is happening, how can you benefit from this, and what is your guidance in regards to this change. Very excited about today's reading and what's going to come up. There are different ways in which you can pick your pile today, either using your intuition, and that is through the cards we will be pulling out, as well as the crystals 1, 2, and 3. If you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that in the introduction below. There's also a section called Spirit, Please Pick My Pile. If this is something that you would like to use for today's reading, the options are there. This is a section where we shuffle your cards and allow Spirit to pick your pile. Okay, so let's get straight into it and see what cards we have for today's reading. For pile number 1, you've got the card Projection. For pile number 2, you've got the card Intention. And for pile number 3, you've got the card Guidance. If you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the green Aventurine. For pile number 2, you've got the Tiger's Eye. And for pile number 3, you've got the yellow Aventurine. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, they will either expand on your reading so that you have a better understanding of what unexpected change is happening in your life, and you can get like a full perspective throughout the different readings of the benefits you're getting from them and your guidance, of course. Or they will simply be different unexpected changes that are happening with their guidance and their benefits. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps below. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Please note that in a moment I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your signs, then my dear soul family, this part of the introduction was created for you so that you can do just that. And in a moment, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. All right, so let's get straight into it. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile number 3. Let's see what we got. So for pile number 1, the signs are Aquarius, Sagittarius, Cancer, as well as Taurus. The signs for pile number 2 are Scorpio, Gemini, Pisces, as well as Capricorn. And for pile number 3, the signs are Leo, Libra, Virgo, as well as Aries. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using any other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. These are just different suggestions to make it easier and more enjoyable for you to pick your pile. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps below. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. And finally, if you prefer to pick your pile using the option of spirit, please pick my pile. This next section is for you. If you don't prefer that and you would like to look at your zodiac signs, I would say please pause the video and take as much time as you need. So the way we're going to do this next section is that we're going to assign each of these 3 cards to the 3 piles. The Magician will be pile 1, the High Priestess will be pile number 2, and the Empress will be presenting pile number 3. I will be shuffling them around, asking Spirit for the people who chose this option. What would you pick for them, please? What is their pile? The Empress, pile number 3. Okay, so these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile today. I truly hope you've enjoyed them and found them useful. And by now you know the drill. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps below. Click on your time and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what type of unexpected change is happening, how is it benefiting you, and what is your guidance. These are the decks that I'll be, oh, look at that. That looks like you've got 2 here, that I will be using in your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, I actually feel drawn to this one. Let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful green Aventurine. Your significator card is the card Projection with the keyword Mirror. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Sagittarius, Cancer, and Taurus. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Whoa, with the Death card popping up as the first card, there seems to be a huge transformation that is happening that is going to close a chapter in your life, transforming it into another. So let's see what that is about. All right. So you've got suspected of a crime. And some of the keywords here are hit and run, insurance, robbery, public funds, all of that. Okay. You've got embrace contradiction. All right. You've got joy. Lovely. Compulsion, ideal. So some of the keywords in the joy enneagram is lots of projects, enthusiasm, pleasure, freedom, optimism, good mood. Really cool. I love that. Okay. You've got vanity. And it kind of feels like this person is looking at herself in the mirror. So, vanity. Let's see. Some of the keywords here. So here, the ego level is, excuse me, fixation. And the keywords are arrogance, vainglory, pride, disdain, sufficiency, high self-esteem. Lovely. In many ways, of course, in some ways. Between appearance and authenticity. All right. And you've got Mercury in Sagittarius with discovery. Okay. The Death card is definitely a card that is highlighting the reading. So I'm gonna leave it on its own, actually. Give it its highlight, and I will be placing the other tarot cards next to it. So you've got the Page of Cups with the Strength card. You've got the Nine of Swords with the Four of Cups. And you've got the Seven of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles. Look. No, wait, actually. Before we suspected of a crime. It really makes me feel with this Nine of Swords that you are suspecting something negative. You're afraid of something, Nine of Swords. You are afraid at the moment with the Seven of Cups as well. I think your imagination is driving you wild. Is it before the surprise or during the surprise? I need to check before I continue to explain what I'm seeing. So is the Nine of Swords and suspected of a crime card something that pile number 2 is currently thinking about? I think it's yes. It is something that you are currently thinking about. Just to double check. This Page of Pentacles looks hopeful once the Pentacle appeared, which kind of confirms what I'm seeing. Right. So this is a rather positive, unexpected change that is happening, and I love this for you. So it looks to me like at the moment, there's a lot of anxiousness with the Nine of Swords. And I think suspected of a crime. This is a heavy card, you know. I think you're really afraid of something major. In this pile, it looks like you're like maybe over the shadows so huge next to the Seven of Cups, which is a card of wild imagination. There's something about you over imagining and perhaps without realizing a little bit over dramatizing your fears. Your mind is really left loose, being afraid of something. And it looks to me like you're really going to be surprised with some news, Mercury in Sagittarius. Completely unexpected when you are amidst of all of these fears going, oh my God, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. It kind of reminds me of amidst a terrible situation when you think everything's going to go bad and it goes really good. And then you have your family or your friends telling you, see, I told you it was going to be good. And you couldn't believe it. Then that's the kind of energy I'm kind of picking up here, especially with joy. So you will notice that when things turn around completely. So the Death card here is actually good. It's ending your worries. Do you see how this figure is sitting down? Just in the same way. That's the ending here. You're sitting down with your hands on your face. What am I to do? What's going to happen? That's the part that's ending here. And I was going to say something with that. Oh, yes. You are going to realize that you were worried over nothing. and it's very clear in your cards. Overthinking, while thinking is really good, here it's overthinking the bad and dwelling on it and starting to believe it and making it even bigger. You can see with the Seven of Pentacles here, in conjunction to the Seven of Cups, these fears have grown by time into something really wild. And in a moment of time, as things shift, as you are offered this news, or this news gives you an opportunity to do something you love, or to start a new beginning, you seeing specifically a new opportunity for yourself that you really love, and to see, oh my God, this can happen in my life, and I can do this, and I can do that, and this, and that, and the other. You will realize in this moment that all of these fears were a projection of your own, I want to say your thoughts about the future were a projection of your own fears. You will realize in this moment, I think, something so big, something pertaining to, I shouldn't really worry to that extent again. While it's important to take the messages that your mind is trying to send you through these fears, that's absolutely important. But I think here there is an overthinking situation of you realizing, I think my mind tends to really over dramatize something. There's a moment of you going, I think I am over dramatizing. I tend to over dramatize without realizing. My fears tend to over dramatize things. And so I see you're going from thinking that something is gonna go in such a bad direction, only to realize it is becoming absolutely strong for you. And it is actually giving you a great opportunity for growth, to grow something, to build something with the Seven of Pentacles. Or with the Seven of Pentacles, there's a matter of time before it reaches something high that you love. Let me give you an example. And guys, I just want to give a disclaimer with examples, because some of you may be taking it literally and saying, oh, example just ruined my, what I had in mind. This is just an example. Keep what you have in mind. An example is just a translation of the energy. Just like when we study, they give us an example to understand the concept, and that it's not necessarily just that situation. And so in that way, I'm going to be giving you an example of the type of energy I'm seeing in your reading. It's like waiting for the scores of an exam and thinking, oh my God, I'm going to fail this exam, and then I won't be able to succeed in that class. That will lead into me getting a low score. I'm going to be behind for a year. I'm going to have this, and then I'm going to fail. I won't be able to continue in my studies because, and it just gets bigger and bigger, and you start even planning, oh, what am I going to do if I don't finish my, I paid and I'm in debt now and I can't finish my university. And now I've got to look for another job and pay off these debts, and I didn't get anything out, and it just gets so bad over one exam. And then your family and friends tell you, don't worry, you're going to do good. Why aren't you accounting for this? And why aren't you accounting for that? And look at this, and have faith in that. And you are completely canceling everything and fixated on the fact that it's just going to go bad, because of all of these calculations that you've done that seem to be painting a false image over another one, and while it may seem absolutely logic in your mind, it's just you've gone off track when it comes to looking at facts and how really things can go wrong. So, in that example, this person gets the scores, and not only have they made it, But you get the professor saying things like, all of the people who answered this particular section correctly just show me that they truly understand, that they were paying attention, and now you're even favored, you know? So there's something along the lines of you thinking that something is going to go absolutely wrong, but you can see with joy that you're going to be soon very enthusiastic about the type of results that you're getting. Not only that, but it's going to start showing you great opportunities. Now, with the real facts and the great news, you're going to be empowered with creativity, hopeful emotions, and opportunities of what you want to do with that. So things like, you know what, I can study this class with that class, and this way I'll get this score, and then I can do this, and you'll find yourself really proceeding and growing. You will find yourself in a very powerful, lucky situation. In fact, I am seeing the vanity card in two ways. First of all, high self-esteem with regards to the situation is absolutely growing to the roof. You feel confident in the situation, you feel happy, you feel vibrant, you feel like things are consistent. But also with vanity, I feel like you're going to be in such a lucky situation that others around you will be looking at you and going, wow, I wish I was in pile number one situation. So your cards do show that you're amongst the lucky ones, actually. And so here it is your mind really that is playing games on you. And so your guidance here is embrace contradiction. Meaning, in my opinion, that life is not a straight line, that life is not all perfect every single day, that you might have a day that goes really well, and you might have another day that doesn't go so well. And so at the end of the day, if you look at the trajectory of how things are going in your pile, it seems like, yes, it goes up and down, but at the end of the day, overall, it's going up. So don't worry about it. It just goes up, it goes down. Sometimes many beautiful things happen in one day, and other times many mishaps happen. That's just the nature of things. And we all got to embrace the ups and downs of life and not be so vulnerable and going so high when it's great and so low when it's down. And we want to always center ourselves in the middle and allow the pendulum to swing as it's supposed to, as we feel centered, knowing that it just swings up and down and back. Let's not call it up and down. Let's go back and forth, back and forth. And it's an opportunity for us to grow in a spiral manner upwards as it swings back and forth, oscillates back and forth. Interestingly, we get to spiral upwards if we are centered. What do I mean by that? Think about it in terms of vibration, and that your thoughts and your frequency really are the true creators of everything. It is what you use to plug into other realities. So let it oscillate back and forth, stay centered. If you feel like you are a bit low, focus on high, match the high vibration. Look at for example, some of the advices to try to match the frequency is to be grateful for the things that you have in your life, or it's just a time where you're not feeling good. Focus on your breathing and allow yourself to feel the things that don't resist it, that you're not feeling so good about the moment. Release them. It's healthy. Focus on your breath, as the experts talk about. Even in ancient philosophy, it's the same. Focus on your breath and allow it to be released. It's fine. We do get sometimes where we just need to release these emotions. So embrace the contradiction is like what I said. Allow the world to contradict up and down or left and right. Let it oscillate. Stay centered and either stay in gratitude or in a state of release, it will really help you spiral upwards and change your reality to something great that you want. And in that case, you can be using your energy to move upwards. So that's what I see with the Embrace Contradiction card. Look, all I can tell you is that you're going to be discovering something specifically, either news or discovering a score or discovering some information that you didn't know about that will really change everything that you're really afraid of. There's a sigh of relief that you're not expecting. And there is something about you going, oh my God, I can totally use this to my advantage to fulfill what I really love. Overall, it seems to me like you are going to be very happy with the news. And once you hear about this, it's really going to change everything for you. You're no longer going to be thinking in the way that you used to, and you're going to start planning for something. You're going to start growing something. Should we check that? What are you going to start here using as an opportunity? Let's check this one out. Because, first of all, what are we going to see you use as an opportunity? I'm going to pick out, but there's something about your cards. I mean, this didn't pop up for any reason. Your cards are kind of showing that others will be going, whoa, a pile number 1 is ready. Perhaps this is meant to show you that you're going to be very lucky, a very lucky person. That you are worried when you are, in fact, amongst those who are super lucky. So yeah, I think your guidance here is to just embrace that oscillation. It's just part of life. It doesn't mean that things are gonna break down. It's just part of life, and the more centered you are, the more you transcend and grow into grow, yes, of course, but reach or transcend higher realities. So, what opportunity are you going to be using? 6 of Swords, moving into something calmer. Because the 6 of Swords is moving from tumultuous to calmer waters. So you're going to be moving away from, let's say, what you thought was dangerous. I think there's something about you moving yourself from dangers. You're like, oh, okay, since this worked out, we go back to the study example. I'm going to make sure I have a plan. I have a schedule. I'm going to finish my unfinished homeworks or studies this weekend. I'm going to finish this research on Wednesday. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you're like taking it so seriously. And you're actually moving on plan is what I'm seeing. You feeling hopeful, and so you're like, oh, okay, it went great. I'm so thankful for that. Things are going great in my life, and I'm going to take charge of making sure that things go well. And I think something about in all of the directions in your life. So something in particular goes right, and it's instantly makes you positive and motivates you to take care of all of the other departments. You're like, right, it's going well. I want to make sure everything goes good. Kind of what I'm picking up, because it says lots of projects, enthusiasm, good mood, freedom, optimism. Yeah, it's like one thing goes right, you're relieved, you see the opportunities that you can do, and it instantly motivates you in different directions. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to grow my garden. I'm going to grow all of these different things. Queen of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. You've got the Moon card. And the Knight of Wands. Let's stop for now before we open the last 3 cards. So, what opportunity are you seeing? Other than you being motivated and wanting to move in all directions and grow, what am I seeing here? First of all, with the Queen of Pentacles, there's something about, so there is the Page of Pentacles now makes more sense. I think you are going to take the good news as an opportunity to do something solid in your life. It came out with the Nine of Cups, which means it's an opportunity for you to achieve a specific dream. So the Queen of Pentacles here shows me that it will be a great opportunity for you to actually make a specific dream come true. The Queen of Pentacles lives in the realm of her dreams because she worked hard to get there, to create that reality for herself, which is making me tie your previous cards together. You seeing an opportunity to achieve your dreams. And so it looks like you will be picking up this opportunity to achieve your dreams without stopping now, because your thoughts have changed. You understand this back and forth and you're like, right, we're not going to let that affect us anymore. And now I can be more bold, or I can take more steps now that I really believe, now that I'm really optimistic. This situation is ideal. There's something about you feeling like, oh my God, I was worried about this, but this is actually a great opportunity, a great situation. So much so that others are like, wow, pile number one are in such a great situation. And that's what's ending here. You're like leaving these thoughts behind, leaving old patterns and behaviors, and you're leaving so much of yourself behind with this optimistic news. And you're changing your ways. You're in your mind, your patterns, your everything. So yeah, it's really nice that you're getting good news to give you that type of hope. Because from this point onwards, Page of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, you're dedicated. And you are going to reach something with this news. You are going to reach an important goal to you. For some of you, it's financial with the Pentacles, but not necessarily. You are going to reach this goal. You're going to move towards it and you are going to reach your goals. With this news, you will find an opportunity to beat that which was hidden. What does that mean? Sometimes when we get a second chance at something, we're like, you know what? This time I know better. I know that, let's go back to the studying example. I'm going to be strict about not going out with my friends on whatever your weekend is, like Saturday and Sunday. In the university, I know it's different if we go back to the university example. Just an example. So you're like, on Saturdays, that's my day of making sure I have my life together. If I want to take any appointments, I can take them on Sunday, but Saturday, that's the day I make magic happens. Now I've learned from that. I've learned not to skip this specific class ever again. No matter what happens, I must not skip this class. And so when you wake up, you're like, you respect that alarm. You're like, get up. That class I wouldn't miss for the world. And so on. You've now understood from your mistakes what sort of things tend to go really bad and wreak havoc in your goals and your life. And you're like, that's it. I catch them. You see, I catch them. I know them. They're not invisible to me anymore. I know that this specific trail of behavior or thought really used to beat me down. It is the culprit of what used to go wrong, and I shall never release my grip on these different aspects again. So I feel like this hope is really empowering you. You're like, you feel so good, especially that you really suspected awful things to happen. And you're like, I honor it. I am never going to let it go this way again. I know what goes wrong. I'm gonna do what is necessary, and you are gonna get there. And you can see with the Knight of Wands, you're moving really quickly towards your desires. That's the Knight of Wands. Nothing is standing, look, nothing stands in the way of the Knight of Wands. They go after their desires as if they can't see anything else. That's if they see anything else. So it looks like that to me. Now you know exactly what you want. You've learned from things going back and forth from these big monsters in your mind, these fears, how things can get bad, especially with all of the wild imagination. I think you've got great imagination that sometimes can be used to hurt you. While it is a great thing to have great imagination, if you don't use it constructively, sometimes it can be your own worst enemy. And so in any case, now that you've imagined all of these things and you've realized how things can go, you're not going to go in this direction again. All you can see are your goals. You're clear. You're not swaying or veering off course. And you are going to be moving towards your goals very quickly, because the Knight of Wands is one of the fastest knights in the deck. So yeah, I see you moving now towards your goals very quickly. Most importantly, moving out of what was really scaring you. You're like, that's out of the way. I'm never going to put myself in this vulnerable situation again. So you really are afraid of something here. How about we use these cards to ask, what are you going to discover? How did we not check that? I'm glad they're still closed. So what are you going to discover here? Eight of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Well, it seems like we've picked up. It's news that allows you to see that you are not stuck and that you can move freely however you want to go, which is freedom here. You can go in the direction that you want. You can achieve the things that you want. And it's news that will make you really feel protected. It will give you confidence to do what you want. It will make you feel very confident, but it will also make you feel very protected. You're like, oh my God, I'm so lucky and so protected. You can see that. Everyone can see that. You are very lucky, my dear pile number one, and you are going to discover that soon. Rest assured, you are in a great spot. This was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number one, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what type of unexpected change is happening and how is it benefiting you, as well as your guidance. So that's the intention of the reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of, sorry, 1 second, because I'm seeing, oh my God, I only planned for one card, but these are the ones that I'm seeing, so I'm just going to take them. So yeah, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of the decks that I use for your reading, you will always find that I list them below for you guys. Okay, so very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Tiger's Eye. Your significator card is the Intention card with the keyword Archer. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Scorpio, Gemini, Pisces, and Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so how can we organize this? Let's take it bit by bit. Actually, it will be better if we do this. This way we've got a lot of space down there for more cards. Okay, so I guess that's how it's supposed to be. Let's pull out your tarot cards and see what you get. Or should we just reveal the oracle cards first and then we'll pull out your tarot cards? So what do you have? Right, so we see the Enneagram weakness, right, with the keyword avoidance. Some of the keywords here are powerless, helplessness, fragility, vulnerability, loss of control, situation of inferiority, right? You've got strength under fire. I love these two cards right next to each other. So nice. Right, so that's a Leo card. All right, you've got mirror. This card's been popping up recently. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Okay, mirror that's reflecting another. We know how that's like. Okay, two mirrors looking at each other. And, oh, we got to be careful with that. With the rules, you've got Venus in Aries with the keyword lust. You've got Sun in Cancer with resourcefulness. Right? You've got a lot of fours here. You've got, whoa, Sun in Leo with fortune is falling right under the Leo card. Lovely. You've got Sun in Libra with harmony. Lovely to see again. And finally, you've got Mercury in Aquarius with originality. Okay, I mean, we're getting a lot of information right off the bat. So let's continue. What unexpected change is happening? You've got the Empress, and it says on the card, you lift others with your rare gifts. So beautiful. You've got Five of Cups. It will blow over. You know, I just, as I was reading it, I was actually reading in my mind, it will blow your mind, right? It will blow over. Yeah, I think this card is kind of saying, this too shall pass, kind of thing, in my opinion. This too shall pass. You've got Two of Pentacles with think carefully. You've got the Chariot, be the ripple that makes the waves. The Chariot. And you've got King of Swords. You already know inside how you feel. Finally, we've got two cards here. You've got the Moon. Ask and the answer shall appear. And you've got the Four of Wands. This is your chance to feel connected. Whoa. I mean, these must be talking about your connection to Spirit. Oh my God. This is like an invitation. We're there. You can talk to us anytime. So, I've seen something so interesting. In today's reading, and I really don't like to talk about the other piles, but it's really interesting. I have intended to do this reading, having something in my mind completely different. And the energy that keeps appearing in the cards in pile 1 and pile 2, by the way, if you're interested in watching pile number 1, if you're drawn to it, I highly recommend it because they're very much connected in different ways maybe, but they are connected. And it's kind of like, I was thinking, let's do a reading about what kind of changes are happening to all of us, or maybe around your area, changes like general changes and how you can benefit from them. That's why I titled it this way. And what's your guidance? And the cards and Spirit chose something else completely than I was thinking. It talks about you specifically, changes that are happening in your life, and not as I thought around you. Or maybe, no. Yes, just like I'm seeing These are changes that are happening in your life specifically, where it's happening in an area where you at the moment feel like you don't have much that you can do about it, with weakness, powerless, helplessness, fragility. I feel like you're feeling some weakness in some area, and you're like, there's nothing really that I can do about this. Oh my God, this is very tough. This is very hard. I don't think there's much I can do. You kind of feel defeated. But at the same time, you do come across to me with these two specific cards as someone who's highly connected to spirit. Ask and the answer shall appear. This is your chance to feel connected. Yes, I know this is an invitation to connect, but I don't know. I really feel like this pile is highly connected. I feel like your intuition runs deep, if we can say that. And there's something about that you already know inside you that everything is going to be okay, despite you feeling at your weakest at the moment. You have all this purple, the crown chakra, King of Swords. You have this belief and knowing, despite how you feel at the moment and how things are, and how you feel like beaten down, you still have the strong feeling within you that it is actually going to be okay. And you're getting this message today. You're connected. You know that things are going to be okay. Trust your answer, your intuition. Trust. You have an inner know, like a deep inner knowing. Mirror could represent how you're in touch with the spiritual world, to the other world. Trust what you know is your message here. Trust that it is going to change. This too shall pass with this specific 5 of Cups. This too shall pass. And you can see it here. Harmony is happening in your life. You're going to be very resourceful and fortunate. You're going to be so excited about what's to come. Is it heavy energy at the moment? Yes, it is. But is it going to stay this way? No. You can see there is a shift with the 2 of Pentacles happening. This shift needs to begin with a seed by you first. Be the ripple that makes the waves, with the Chariot. It's like all you need to do is throw that little pebble and it will cause that huge ripple in your life. So I'm kind of picking up. Will there be a type of unexpected change that is going to happen in your life? Absolutely. But it's in silence. It's awaiting you throwing in that little pebble. Pluck! For the ripple to happen. For the massive change to happen. It is exactly that. Plant the seed or throw the pebble and watch what happens. Watch what happens in your life. And your pile is highly spiritual here. And if you want, your answer shall appear. If you want, things will happen the way that you want. But the universe is waiting for you to plant that seed. Are there miracles? Is there a life? Can we create life? We plant the seeds, we have children, all of that. But at the end of the day, we must plant these seeds in our lives. And the universe is waiting for you to plant that seed. Does it always have to be that way? I mean, there are forests. But what I'm trying to say is, here it talks about the universe in silence, waiting for you to plant a specific seed. It says that you are strong. Strength under fire. It says that you've got a lot of strength under your belt. And it's time to use it. What is the universe waiting for you to do? It's like all the arrows are waiting. Everything is in silence. You plant that seed and bam, you reach your goal. What seed is it waiting for you to plant, the universe? How can it all change? The Empress is the card of creativity. Creation, we were just talking about creation. You've got it right under your belt. You must plant the seed. Also, there's something about you going through some energy, heavy energy, because look, 7 years bad luck. It's an interesting keyword in this card. Ready for party is the one we see next here. Dressing up, ready for party. So, have you gone through super heavy energy? Absolutely. I mean, is it understandable for you to feel this way? 100,000,000%. The universe can see that heaviness. So again, the question continues to arise. What is that seed? What is that dressing up and being ready for the party? What is that seed that the universe is waiting for you to do? Three of Swords. Sorrow is the thief of joy. Really? Is it emotional? And you've got the Two of Swords. It's painful sitting on the fence. Yes, my dear. I think I totally understand. Painful sitting reminds me with the idea of sitting with the pain. It's interesting. This idea keeps popping up these days. It looks like many people are going through change, and that's the energy. That's the general advice that I'm seeing in the cards these days. Sit, and it's like written down this time. Painful sitting on the fence, I know. But I am seeing it in conjunction to the Three of Swords with the idea of sitting with your pain. You might not feel good. Don't avoid it. Avoidance. Sit with it. But since I know the idea of sitting with emotions, it's not about sitting with it and experiencing it and giving it a label and thinking about it. It's just sitting with it and put your focus on the breathing, in and out, in and out. So that's what I'm seeing here. That's the seed? Wow. Perhaps it's just, with the mirrors. It looks like perhaps things are becoming worse and worse with the mirror as a result of reflection, as a result of, guys, you must check pile number one. They had something, two figures looking, like one figure looking at herself in the mirror. It's crazy. Yeah. So the mirrors here, they represent reflections. Your outer world being a reflection of your inner world is what I'm seeing here. And the more you focus on that weakness, the bigger it gets. So the seed is just to reverse these thoughts, or reverse these waves. Reversing these waves are not about pushing them away and going, I'm okay, everything is good. Sometimes it's about, it's a lot of the times, not just sometimes, a lot of the times it's not about resisting that energy. It's about allowing it to be released and to sit with it, although it's painful, and allow it to release. In order to do that successfully, one should not engage with these thoughts or these emotions by focusing on the breath, because the breath allows you to stay in the present moment. And so in this way, if you find yourself not breathing, that means you've just left the present moment and you started focusing on what these emotions mean and how you feel about them, which is what you're not supposed to do in order to allow them to be released without resistance, successfully. So that's what I'm seeing here, to just sit, breathe, and let these emotions be released, to be patient with it. And you shall regain your strength again. You shall find your harmony again. Mercury in Aquarius it has to do with your mind or the frequency that your mind is creating. Yeah. I see with the Empress and the Fortune that abundance is on your door. To open that door, you must release what is standing in that way of that door, that block on the door. And these are your heavy emotions at the moment. Don't give in and think that you are powerless. It is absolutely not true. Frequency is intense. The more you engage with the feelings of weakness and helplessness, the higher the more it has more power over you. And so the idea here with the seed, the way you can shift this, bypass this, overcome this, drop this, is to just sit with it. That shall create the ripple are the waves. The ripple are the waves. That shall create the higher frequency that will change everything. And like I will always remind you, do you know that it's going to be okay? Resourcefulness makes me feel like you are connected. You have information. You know it's going to be great. You're highly connected. You know the resources. You know what to do. You are highly connected. Go for it. And don't give in or avoid something just because it may not be comfortable in the moment to do so. You do that and you can see your significator card is the Archer. And you are going to get what you want exactly. Not kind of what you want, but exactly what you want. And it's all in frequency here. It's in your situation is simply focusing on the frequency, not necessarily on the action taking, which I was looking for all over, but it is in your situation focusing on the frequency and the vibration coming from your mind. As a result of your emotions. Loss of control. You did not lose control at all. So, let's ask, as you shift this reality, what fortune are you going to be excited about? What type of resourcefulness, fortune, wealth, let's say, Empress? What sort of wealth and fortune is at your door, waiting for you as you release this? Reach higher today. Okay, relax. It's as easy as you make it. So nice. Okay, so yeah, what is that fortune? Ace of Wands, have fun. You're ready. Four of Swords, relax. It's as easy as you make it. You're supposed to get that card. Another ace. Ace of Swords, be clear on your ideas. Wow, okay, really cool. I've got a lot to tell you here. And these two together as well as these two together. So here you've got the Tower, take only what you need. Six of Cups, anything can happen. Oh my God, I think I totally get it here. So fortune is at the door. There's something about this ripple effect. If you shall release these emotions, you have no idea what can happen in your life. It's kind of like you have a wand that you can wave and make anything that you want to happen in your life happen. It's kind of like the energy of fortune is there. What you want to make out of it is in your hands. That's the idea of frequency. When you're in a higher vibration, you really do attract wonderful things in your life. So I am seeing that in order to make the best out of this fortune that is waiting by the door, so as well as sitting down with your emotions, there's another exercise. It's like, this is your great opportunity to create what you want in your life. And so make use of that by relaxing and being absolutely clear on what you want to achieve in your life. Because at this point, anything can happen. Not only that, with the Tower card, it seems like you will be dropping away from your life all the things that you don't want and only taking what you need from the past. Like, yeah, I like this, I love that, I want this, I want that. Leave the rest behind. Leave all of that dark energy behind. Take only what you want. And really, once you are clear, what happens is actually in your hands. You're the creator, the empress, who has both meanings, abundance and fortune, as well as creation. So that's probably why it was right there. Once you find your power, as you take yourself out of this weak, or let's say release these emotions that are making you feel weak, really anything that you want will happen. The world's your oyster. You have a wand that you can wave and create your own destiny. Is the type of fortune I'm really seeing here for you. So for now, be very clear on what you want. Write it, draw it. It does work. Be clear on that. Make sure you are clear on that. This looks like it's going to be a great year. Although with 5, you think the changes are going to be scary. So far, no matter what type of reading I try to do, they're really good, by the way. But there's, if you notice, if you've been watching, there has been this consistent message of sit with your emotions. It's really weird. It's kind of like guidance for the spiritual community, for those who are willing to hear that if you are vibrating higher, you will get the best out of this year. This is what I'm really starting to learn from the cards from the last few days as I do these different changes to see what this year of change is going to be about. This is what keeps coming up. Because when you release your emotions, when you release these low vibrations, you vibrate higher and you create your own destiny. You create your own reality. So that's what I am seeing. The sky's the limit in this pile. You're going to be so excited about this life. There's energy waiting to explode and work for you. But there is a time of silence. Do you see? There's a time of silence. And you are guided to just sit with these emotions and focus on your breath, not focus on them. Let it release. Clear the energy. That's the ripple. That is what the universe is waiting for you to do. As for, is it going to be okay? You know it's going to be okay. Finally here, wow, the Star card. Unfold with a smile and inner knowing. You know, guys, you know in this pile. 10 of Swords, keep moving forward. 10 of Swords is like the epitome of pain. You're going through a lot of pain at the moment. It is rough and tough, but you're guided to keep moving forward, because if you do that, you know, things will just unfold for you from the inner world that you create. So smile, know that everything is going to be okay. Things are going to change for you in such a drastic way, you won't even be able to recognize it, as the old is buried behind. But really your guidance here is to just allow it to release. And that's exactly what I see here. My dear pile number 2. May I just ask before we go, what's the reason for this tough Tower energy? Perhaps it will help you be able to feel, I don't know, safer about it, more relaxed. I don't know, let's see. Just felt guided to pull out a card or two asking. What is the reason for this type of weakness you are feeling at the moment, or heavy energy? 10 of Swords. Death card, ease into what is, not what could be. The Magician, you are the light others seek. Look, it's a combination of two things. It is a great time of transformation. There's a lot of moving energy, things are transforming. And as things are transforming, we always must remember with the Magician that as within, so without. It's all per our vibration. And so as things are changing and your vibration is currently affecting it, and that's why you feel this heaviness. And similarly, should you release these emotions and allow your vibration to be high, you will get the best out of this energy. And that is really what's going on on a spiritual level. That's what I'm seeing. I'm glad I actually pulled out these two cards. So know that this is a great time of transformation and change. And to get the best out of it is to have high frequency, and the high frequency isn't always happy-go-lucky, although that's a wonderful vibration. That's where we want to be. But in order to do that, one must release their low vibration that's causing all of this. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here, my dear pile number 2. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. If you would like to check pile number 1, it was very, very similar in so many ways. I think it could be a great confirmation for you, or you might hear something else that I don't see, that you can see, that really matches your life and makes you understand what's going on more. It did have differences, a bit of differences. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what type of unexpected change is happening. How is it benefiting you, and what's your guidance regarding all of this change? So that's the intention of your reading, and these are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful yellow Aventurine. Your significator card is the guidance card with the keyword direction. And believe me, guys, the sun wasn't there all day. It just began to show up in your pile. So this is really telling of what's to happen. I feel like such positive, warm times are to come for you. This is so nice. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Leo, Libra, Virgo, and Aries. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's lay them out this way and pull out your tarot cards. What type of unexpected change is happening? How is it benefiting you? And what is your guidance? Wonderful. Let's check out your oracle cards first. So you've got the Enneagram identification. Interesting. And the keywords here are resemblance, similarity, mimicry, comedy, seeming, chameleon. Is it someone imitating you or something? Maybe you have a twin sibling. We'll never know. We'll just wait. We'll never know on its own, I mean. Let's wait and see the rest of the cards. So you've got all or nothing. How interesting. It's a Sagittarius card. Right? All or nothing. Ego level. Defense mechanism. Right. All or nothing. Wow. You've got, whoa, treasure, and you can see bank account as the first keyword. Priceless art, X marks the spot, collection, archaeology, gold coins. Right, very cool. Very, very beautiful energy. You've got Sun in Cancer with resourcefulness. Very nice. If you came from the other pile that had this exact card, this is an extra confirmation that there is a lot of resources and wealth coming into your life. You've got Saturn in Taurus with ostentation. Whoa, this pile. Wow. This pile's got it. And you've got the Sun in Aries with assertion. Okay. All right, let's now take a look at your tarot cards. This one is peeping out. Let's take it first. Peeking out. You've got the Seven of Wands. There's something about identity. Someone trying to imitate you. Something like that. Like who's who kind of thing. Who's the real deal? Who's the real Slim Shady? Okay. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. The Emperor. And finally, I feel this one. You've got the Page of Pentacles. And the way the sun is moving in your pile, it's crazy. Super sunny, then cloudy, then sunny, then cloudy. So good. And then, I don't know, something like... I feel like there is like intense energy. It's all good. It's a sunny pile, the only sunny pile. That's not to say that the other piles were great. Don't get me wrong, beautiful. But this is a bright pile. It's full of the sun. It's kind of like you're going to get into a time that is so fortunate, where you get to experience all its glory and positivity and abundance. And then it's not that the sun or the abundance is going to go away. It's just that there are more intense, beautiful times than others. Overall, if we look at your reading and how it's presented, it's all in the sun. It's all going to be super positive. It's just that there are sometimes more intensely beautiful than others. So that's the first thing that I'm seeing. There is something so weird here. There's something about somebody studying you, trying to resemble you up to a point where, I don't know if you're going to like this or not, but like not just one, maybe many. Do you see? There are many pictures here. So many people trying to study you and become you. What? Perhaps this is talking, you know what you remind me of in this pile? Like, for example, somebody goes viral on the internet for their fashion sense or for a new idea that they do or something. And so it just goes viral. Everybody's talking about it. Everyone's going, whoa, did you see this person? Everybody suddenly, because they got so popular, everybody's trying to become them, to do what they're doing. Everybody's trying to imitate them. Are they the real deal? No. But they're trying to be something similar. And doesn't this kind of remind you of a mirror, this circle here? There's something about people trying to become you in this next phase of your life. And that's something, an unexpected change that I don't think you see coming. Whether it's on the internet or in your society or, I don't know. Should we like expand on this a little bit? Am I missing something here? That's going to be like, it seems like there's going to be great success and huge deals to come. And it seems because this empire that you're about to create, and one that you worked hard for, you're getting so much love because of it with the Two of Cups. But it looks like sometimes I think you have to stand strong, fighting for your position, allowing to defend this territory, because it looks to me like there are so many people. The challenge here with the Seven of Wands is people trying to be you. It's not even like a sort of competition, like who's better kind of thing. Oh, you did this, I'm going to do it better. No. In your pile, it's kind of like people trying to literally simulate what you've done, trying to be you. I'm so curious about your story. What's going on here? It seems like it's such an unexpected change. Even as an energy for a tarot reader who's been doing thousands of readings per day. This is a new one here. I don't know. Let's hear the story. What are you up to? Why is everyone imitating you all of a sudden here? Chameleon. It's like they're copy pasting. Maybe a lot of people copy pasting your business idea, copy pasting your style, copy pasting your personality or something. Seven of Cups. You're gonna do something dreamy. It's going to, with the Seven of Cups, trigger people's imagination. So there is something about what you're creating that will make people feel in a specific way, that will put everyone in a sort of dreamy state, or let's say hypnotic state, when it comes to whatever it is that you are becoming or you are creating. I don't know if this is about you as a person or something that you're creating or your sense of style. It causes people to imagine. You know how when we say something, for example, when we talk about how attractive someone is, they say, leave something for the imagination. I feel like, in a sense, you're creating something, or you are becoming something, or your fashion sense, I don't know, is leaving room for imagination, where people are automatically putting you on a pedestal and filling in the gaps for you and imagining you in a way that they think is amazing. And everybody is in that state, making up or creating in their minds an image, completing that image of whatever you're created. So there's something about what you're creating here that's going to garner a lot of attention and wealth. Perhaps this is why you've got so many people as well imitating you. So maybe it's your sense of style that's making everyone, maybe you're a model that's making everyone want to create a deal with you. And maybe this is your business. You're creating like a product or a service that just makes people go all in, dreaming about it, making it much more amazing than it is. And maybe that's the amazing part about it, right? So it seems like you're creating an identity, or let's say a brand for yourself or your product or your service. That's what I'm seeing happening here. And with the Queen of Pentacles, it shows that you are going to be very wealthy because of it. And it's going to garner so much success and popularity. You're going to have your own thing here with the Emperor, your own empire. It looks to me like you're gonna have your own thing going on, your own unique brand, kind of like a sub brand all on its own. Like if we talk about fashion, you're gonna be your own unique fashion identity. Not that you fall under one particular type or the other, like the classic type, romantic type, emo, I don't know, gothic, or whatever. No, it looks like you are going to create something of your own and sit on the throne. It's all you. Like, let's think a bit outside of the box. Let's say we're entering the Aquarius age and you're like, ooh, I got this. I'm creating this fashion brand that is all AI. I don't know how you click on a button and the clothes just mimic the colors you have in your mind. Who knows? Whatever. I'm just trying to show you what I mean by you doing your own unique thing that isn't there. You've got your own territory there. It booms, whether this is a product or a service, or again, maybe you're recreating your identity, or maybe you're just amazing, but you're more out there that people go, whoa, who's that? Something like that. Or maybe you're just in the right place at the right time with who you are. I don't know. But it's going to work so well. It's going to surprise you how people study you meticulously with the Page of Pentacles here. To a point, call me crazy, but to a point where one day they're going to be certificates about what you're going to do here. Maybe you're going to teach it, and maybe even release certificates. Who knows? Who knows? But this is going to be so big. Do you see the sun and how it came into your pile and how it was shining so bright? There's like this intense time of popularity and abundance, and all eyes are on you. The spotlight is on you. And because of that, like I said, and because of what you're creating or who you are, that's making people enter that dream state, that you're going to garner so much wealth for sure. Ostentation shows here that you're going to be seen, you're going to be assertive, you're going to be bold and confident with what you're presenting. And all eyes are on you, like, whoa, who's that? What's going on? And you see guidance, direction. You're going to be the new thing where you're guiding people into maybe a new way of doing something. You're the new direction. You're the new it. Everyone's following your lead. And yeah, the point that I always want to get to and I forget. And because of all of this love and attention and wealth, you have so many people copying you word for word, So how does she hold this certificate like this? Okay, I'm going to hold it like this too. So how does she talk about her product or his product or service, or their product or service, or identity, or about themselves, or about this or that? We're going to say the exact same words. And what do they do? Who did they work with? We're going to do that. People are copying you down to the dot. You have no idea. It's like all or nothing. They're either not following you or they're doing everything. They're watching everything and imitating everything to the point of one might think, who's the real Slim Shady here? Who's the real person who's done this? Where's the real person? Everybody's become this person. And maybe that is where the clouds come in, You're the sun, you're the only one, but the clouding is because I think the challenge here is when it becomes too much and everybody is it, then it's not so dreamy anymore, is it? But let's continue this question, sorry. So what is it about your product or service or you that is doing all of that? The Fool, it's so new. It's totally new. It's a revolution of some form. You're bringing in a new, fresh perspective. Maybe you are a type of character or type of fashion or something that you're taking a new step, maybe, that nobody has taken before. And boy, is it gonna bring attention. What an interesting pile. Oh, that's totally unexpected here. Even for someone who's done thousands of unexpected readings before. So. Let's get now more information. We've answered this question and we now understand more about it. Let's ask about the clouds, because there was intense time in the beginning where you shine so bright, but then people imitate you, but then you stand out again. I think for so long you're going to be fighting for this territory. I would expect with the sun reappearing all the time, you can't be beaten with creativity. If people are like copying you with everything down to the T, it leaves room for you to like improve it and do something better. So maybe that's how you're going to prolong it for a long while, at least for as long as you can. And the rest is history. You create, obviously, either a name for yourself, or you're going to sign certificates one day. Sign something, approve. You're going to be the person who approves something one day. So let's get more information. I wanted to ask about what? Let's hear the story about how this is all going to come down or run down. So you've got the 8 of Cups. Page of Wands and the sun's shining bright again. Wow, it's so spiritually guided, this pile. You've got the Judgment card. The Star card. I'm telling you, you're going to shine bright like a star. Judgment and the Star. Wow, this is like rising high. Look at the movies here. Someone here could be in the movie industry. You've got the Ace of Swords. And I feel like I want to add one more card. Can you see it if I do add it? No. But I do feel it. In that case, I'm going to place it here. Just make sure you can see your Ace of Swords. Yeah. There we go. It's all good. In any case, oh, look at that. I just saw that, the High Priestess. There's so much that is coming that you don't see coming. You have no idea how your life is about to change. Talk about unexpected. So much so that actually with the 8 of Cups, it shows us that it's almost like you're saying goodbye to your old world. Your world, as you know it, you're exiting from it. In the good, as well as maybe things that you may not necessarily like for example, walking away with the good and the bad could be that success and what type of revolution you're going to create, this, that, and all the amazing things that are the wealth and all of that. But maybe you also leave behind things like, I don't know, privacy or any other privileges that came before all of that. So your life, as you know, to the Page of Wands and the 8 of Cups is changing. You're walking away from your life. You're entering a totally new chapter, if I can say new story. That's not a new chapter. You're like, the old book is closing, a new entire book is forming, a new story in your life completely. Page of Wands, it's an exciting one. It's full of potential. It's full of many things that you can create. You have the power and the tools and everything to create what you want in this new chapter. How it's going to happen, I think, with the High Priestess appearing, you're not meant to get access to this information until it happens. Perhaps it's just meant to happen organically. So you're just gonna find out, I guess. But all of a sudden, you'll find your whole life changing. We see a factor of surprise when we ask, how is this gonna happen? It's just gonna happen all of a sudden. You wake up, your life has changed. That's that. You're like, you wake up to the surprise. You're like, oh my God, my life in this moment, as I know it, has changed completely. And there's a rise in your name. there is a rise in your reputation, there is a rise in your popularity, there is a rise in, it's just a rise. What can I say? You're rising. And if you've had a jar full of dreams before, they're all being released one after the other. I feel like you're going beyond that with this specific star card and how you're rising. I feel like all of your other dreams are going to be instantly attained, and you're like, oh, they suddenly seem so easy and so logical to happen. And you're going to achieve way bigger dreams than that. To me, this happens the moment with this Ace of Swords. Swords is clarity, idea. So it's kind of like an idea. The moment you put your idea out there, send your idea out there, publish it out there. Yes, the moment you put it out there, from your mind to the outer world. That's the moment this is going to happen. And you can see with the black rose here, we're presenting the leaving behind of the old in favor of the new world. Do you see? You are exiting the life that you know today completely. And starting anew. I think you're going to feel like as if you are in a movie. You wake up one day to a new story. The moment you send this out there, or you put this out there, whether it's on your manager's desk or out into the market or on the internet, or you put yourself out there in a way that you think you want to present it, whatever this is, it's out, it's done, it's finished. There's a huge transformation. And this is going to be a long story. A long story full of success, growth, learning to keep your power, teaching others. A new chapter also for everyone who's involved in this either industry or situation, because everyone with the High Priestess is learning about something that they haven't attuned to before. So that's going to be a long story, but it's going to be a long and beautiful one for you. And it's going to be filled with changes and twists and turns. It just starts off with this huge show that shocks everyone. You got everybody's attention, and perhaps an evolution happens after that. But you will remain to be the one who signs. A territory that you create will remain to be yours, and you will continue to sign, like things like approval or certificates, something like that. Okay, let's reveal this card. Six of Cups. Like I told you, you're going here, you're rising, you're going through a story of great growth. That's the Six of Cups. Also, that is absolutely in alignment with your soul mission. This whatever this is happening now. You're going to see so much magic, and you will experience things maybe many will never experience, at least in this lifetime, of what type of effect in specific that you can have on others when it comes to revolutionizing something. It's going to grow. You are going to grow as a person. Your inner child will be like, your inner child will be unleashed with the door opening here. It's like, it's my time to shine. I'm coming out. This one's on me. I'm going to handle this. I'm taking over. Hold my beer. inner child saying that, whatever, you know what I mean. So yeah, it's like, get out of the way. This is mine. So your inner child is really going to be very happy. It's unleashed. It's going to feel empowered. You're going to go through a huge phase of growth. Also, I see very long hair. Perhaps you're going to have very long hair, maybe. What else am I seeing? I'm seeing great health as well with all of the plants here. You're going to have great health. You're going to blossom. You're going to look your best. You're going to grow. You're going to have a lot of fame. And it's along with it, since it's in alignment with your spiritual journey, soul purpose, it's going to allow you to heal and grow as a person as well. You know, also all or nothing is kind of reminding me of the saying, I want all or nothing. And I kind of feel like you're really going to have it all. You're very ambitious. You want it all, and you are going to have it all. And finally, let's ask, is this happening like very soon for you, or is it going to happen after a while? I tried. The high priestess, the moon, not going there. You're just gonna have to find out. Yeah, my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see. This is an unexpected change that is happening for you. Yeah, that's exactly what I see. I would say stay true to yourself throughout. Continue to be you, continue to be creative, continue to protect what you've created, and you're really going to have a lot of fun there. I wish you all the best of luck with what's to come. Please do update me and let me know. I would love to learn what and find out what happened with you. Yeah, I really would love to know. So this was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!